Imagine a scenario where tiny invisible organisms become the frontline soldiers in humanity's battle against cancer. What once seemed like science fiction is now becoming a reality, thanks to groundbreaking research in bacteriotherapy. These microscopic creatures, often misunderstood as mere troublemakers, could hold the keys to revolutionary cancer treatments. Over recent years, scientists have delved deep into the relationship between bacteria and cancer, exploring how bacterial substances could destroy tumors. One of the promising discoveries revolves around bacterial endotoxins, specifically lipopolysaccharides, LPS, found in the outer membranes of certain bacteria. Researchers found that these bacterial toxins have a special ability to activate the body's own immune defenses, essentially turning the immune system into a vigilant army against cancer cells. But bacteria's role doesn't stop there. Scientists have been creatively harnessing live, weakened, or even genetically modified bacteria as living therapeutics. These specially prepared bacteria become like guided missiles, homing in directly on tumor tissues, including difficult-to-reach tumors in places like the brain. Anaerobic bacterial spores, bacteria that thrive in oxygen-free environments, are particularly exciting in this medical frontier. These spores, when introduced into the body, travel harmlessly through the bloodstream until they reach tumors, which typically have low oxygen levels. Upon arrival, they awaken, multiply rapidly, and release their therapeutic substances right inside the tumor itself, delivering a precise strike at the heart of cancer. The presence of these bacteria within tumors sets off alarm bells in the immune system. Killer immune cells called CD8+ T cells rush to the scene, triggered by bacterial components. This recruitment strengthens the immune response, boosting the levels of molecules that make cancer cells more recognizable and vulnerable to attack. Essentially, bacteria help illuminate cancer cells, making it impossible for them to hide from the immune system's surveillance. Scientists have outlined several effective ways bacteria help combat tumors, starving cancer cells. Certain bacteria cleverly reduce nutrients essential to tumor growth, cutting off cancer's food supply and hindering its metabolism. Thriving in tumor environments. Some bacteria specifically flourish in the low-oxygen necrotic areas inside tumors, creating even harsher conditions for cancer cells to survive. Delivering anti-cancer medication. Like tiny trucks, bacteria can transport anti-cancer drugs directly to tumor sites, dramatically improving treatment precision. Releasing therapeutic substances. Bacteria naturally produce substances toxic to cancer cells, further weakening and killing them. Forming biofilms. Certain bacteria can form protective layers called biofilms that anchor them firmly in place, creating a sustained therapeutic environment within tumors. One fascinating example involves the friendly Lactobacillus casei, a bacterium commonly associated with probiotic supplements. This bacterium generates iron that activates a cellular mechanism, the JNK pathway, that instructs cancer cells to self-destruct. In other words, bacteria send a chemical signal that prompts cancer cells into apoptosis, a type of programmed cell death. Furthermore, lactobacilli are like immune system cheerleaders, encouraging the body's defenses to ramp up against cancers. By interacting with immune cells such as dendritic cells and natural killer NK cells, lactobacilli strengthen the body's capacity to detect and eliminate both precancerous and cancerous cells. Even bacterial endotoxins, once seen only as dangerous agents causing infection, are being repurposed into potent immunostimulants. LPS from gram-negative bacteria interacts with specialized receptors, like TLR4, on immune cells, turning the immune system's attention sharply onto cancer cells and triggering a robust T-cell response that ultimately suppresses tumor growth. Through creativity, ingenuity, and deep biological understanding, scientists are now rewriting the narrative about bacteria, from villains to invaluable allies. This cutting-edge bacteriotherapy represents an exciting, hopeful chapter in the fight against cancer, reminding us that some of the most powerful weapons in medicine might just be hidden in nature's tiniest creatures.